One of the challenges of understanding the Bible, particularly the Old Testament, is understanding the pronouns. The Bible contains many pronouns. Sometimes it is hard to discern who or what a pronoun refers to. However, there is value in deciphering the pronouns. For example, understanding the pronouns in today's passage yields a valuable lesson about who is really in control of the world. Nahum divided his book into 4 sections. The first section, the first 11 verses of Nahum, contain a description of God. He is jealous, avenging, wrathful, slow to anger, great in power, and indignant. He is also good, a stronghold, and knowledgeable of those who take refuge in him. The final verse in the first section is verse 11, Nahum 1:11. From you has gone forth one who plotted evil against the Lord, a wicked counselor. The pronoun you refers to Nineveh. This book is the oracle of Nineveh. A wicked counselor went forth from Nineveh and plotted evil against Yahweh. Biblical Hebrew uses letters to indicate major and minor breaks. Nahum inserted a minor break after his statement about the wicked counselor. This separates the statement about the wicked counselor from the following verses. The minor break tells us the author is making a slight change. The verses before the break, which is section 1, are a description of Yahweh. The verses after the break, which is section 2, are a statement by Yahweh. Nahum 1, verse 12. Thus says the Lord, though they are at full strength, and likewise many, even so they will be cut off and pass away. Though I have afflicted you, I will afflict you no longer. The pronoun they refers to Nineveh or the Assyrians. The Assyrians were numerous and at full strength. However, they were going to be cut off and pass away. The pronoun I refers to Yahweh. The pronoun you refers to the Israelites. Yahweh used Nineveh to afflict the Israelites because of the sin of the Israelites. However, the affliction was not going to last forever. Yahweh promised the affliction would end. Verse 13. So now, I will break his yoke bar from upon you, and I will tear off your shackles. The pronoun his refers to Nineveh. The pronoun you refers to the Israelites. Yahweh promised to break the yoke the Assyrians had upon the Israelites. The next verse is a good illustration of why it is difficult to understand pronouns in the Bible. In verse 13, the pronoun you refers to the Israelites. In verse 14, Nahum stated, the Lord has issued a command concerning you. In the English language, we would assume the pronoun you still refers to the Israelites because Nahum did not use any proper nouns to change the subject of the pronoun. However, that is not a good assumption in biblical Hebrew. Authors in biblical Hebrew often change the subject of a pronoun without using proper nouns to alert us to the change. In verse 14, the pronouns you and your actually refer to Nineveh and the Assyrians. As readers of the Bible, the only way we know that is because of the context. Nahum 1, verse 14. The Lord has issued a command concerning you. Your name will no longer be perpetuated. I will cut off idol and image from the house of your gods. I will prepare your grave, for you are contemptible. In verse 14, the pronouns you and your refer to Nineveh and the Assyrians. Yahweh issued a command concerning the Assyrians. Their name would not be perpetuated. Yahweh is going to cut off their idols. The Assyrians would be buried because they were contemptible. Let's take a broad look at the context of these verses. The Assyrians became a powerful country. They went out and conquered many countries, including Israel. The Assyrians thought they accomplished this by their own power. They thought they were unbeatable. Then the prophet Nahum issued his prophecies. The first section of Nahum describes Yahweh. He is both a helper and an avenger. The first section also tells us someone went forth from Nineveh and plotted evil against Yahweh. The second section, today's passage, tells us Yahweh decided to reduce Nineveh. That did indeed happen. This passage is a reminder that ultimately Yahweh is in control. Nineveh was a powerful country with a powerful army. However, When Yahweh was done with them, he took their power away. Today, as we look at all the events happening around the world, nations fighting nations and maneuvering for power, let's remember that Yahweh is in control. World rulers think they are in charge and have power. In some ways that is true. However, ultimately, Yahweh is the greatest power in the universe. Ultimately, Yahweh is in control. Thanks for visiting Bible Mountain. If you have already joined my email list, thank you, and please forward this to someone else who would benefit from visiting Bible Mountain. If you have not joined my email list yet, please do so now. My email list is free. In order to join, go to BibleMountain.com, click on email, and that will take you to a page where you can sign up. Your email address will not be sold nor given away. Once again, thanks for visiting Bible Mountain.